need to know.
From the Heart Media Group newsroom and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this expanded morning newscast. Good morning and thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. The Clinton Celebrates America 250 committee is going all out for its planned 4th of July celebration this summer, and one of its events has its registration available now. Jessica Allhands with the committee explains that registration is now open for the July 4th 5K. She tells the Heart Media Group that if you use the code WHOW5 at registration on runsignup.com before May 16th, you will get $5 off the $35 cost.
We are doing a 5K on Saturday, July 4th at 8 a.m. It is open to anybody, runners, walkers. So we will have people that are going to be finishing in 15 minutes, some people that are going to take over an hour. That is perfectly fine. For anybody who's interested in registering for it, you can find us on our Facebook page, Clinton Celebrates America's 250th, or you can go to runsignup.com and search for Clinton, and we'll come up from there. The cost for the race currently is $35. If you register before June 6th, you are guaranteed a t-shirt. Anything after that, we can't guarantee it for you. But for $35, you get a t-shirt and you get to run. So we have over a dozen or so that have already registered. Mm-hmm. We put an initial post out a week or so ago. Mm-hmm. So we're doing really well with that. Okay. The other thing I will chime in as well is that we do have age boards. So we will do top male and female, and then we'll do decade awards. So not 0 to 10, mm-hmm. 10 to 19, and so on. Mm-hmm. I do want to throw out for listeners that we have right now. So going through 5/16, so May 16th, we're going to do a coupon code for anybody who registers between now and then, for anybody who's listening. So the code is WHOW5 for $5 off. So that'll get you for $30 to enter the race.
There will be 2 packet pickup windows for runners, and limited day of registration will be available. Allhands notes that they will also host a baby race with a $200 prize.
The 5K will start at the square and finish at the square. The in-betweens, we're still working out with the city, so more to be determined on that later. For packet pickup, we are looking at doing 2 different packet pickup options. So Friday night, so the night before, on July 3rd from 5 to 7 p.m., we will be at the info booth that we are going to have set up on the square to come pick up everything for you. You can also stay then we have bands that night. So we have Blonderosa and Brushville playing, or you can come the morning of the race from 7 to 8 a.m. From that time and 7 to 8 a.m., we will have also day of registration, but that will be limited. So try to get it in online beforehand. If you maybe have a child that is not quite up to running size, I do want to throw a pitch out too that we are having a baby race on Saturday morning at 11:45 on the square. Mm-hmm. And so that's for our kids up to 18 months. We're going to have a little crawling race for them. I think it's going to be super adorable. And the winner gets a $200 prize. So nice. Go towards their college fund or whatever they need to have. Registration for that baby race is morning of. For our 5K, it is in advance, like I said, online at runsignup.com.
Is there the option to sign up the morning of the race?
There is, but it's going to be limited.
Okay.
So try to do it beforehand.
Volunteers are still needed for the event. They are asking for help before and after the race, but the race layout will put everyone on the square just in time for the day's America 250 parade and other festivities to begin.
If you're not a runner, we are looking for volunteers. I would love volunteers. Anybody who wants to come play with us, more than welcome. So initial setup is just making sure everybody's there, ready to go. If they have any questions before race, post-race, we will have snacks and a little bit of stuff.
Registration is already open for the July 4th 5K race. Register at runsignup.com and again use the code WHOW5 at checkout before May 16th for $5 off. Learn more about the race by visiting the Clinton Celebrates America 250 Facebook page. Get news anytime from your computer or your mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet service for home or business includes unlimited data, unlimited streaming, and unlimited calling. Plans start at just $48 a month. And get a free Roku 4 lease with our media packages. Get the speed you need with MR Systems Wireless. Call them at 935-2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
Paul Scourin here, CEO of Warner Hospital. Spring allergies acting up? At Warner Hospital and Health Services, we offer fast treatment to help you breathe easier and feel better fast. Quality care right here, right now. Click on our icon on DeWittDailyNews.com.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
From the Hart Media Group Sports Desk, IL Sports Wire, and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this local sports report. Michael Conforto went 3 for 3 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Shoto Imanaga pitched 6 innings of 1-run ball, and the Chicago Cubs extended their winning streak to 9 games with an 8-3 win over the Cincinnati Reds on Thursday. The Cubs completed a 4-game sweep of the Reds and won their 15th straight game at Wrigley Field for their longest home winning streak since 1935. The Cubs are 26-12 and seized control by scoring 7 runs in the 4th inning. Red starter Rhett Lauder left the game in the inning with what the team said was right shoulder tightness. The Reds are 20-18 and lost their 7th straight. Imanaga, who threw 7 scoreless innings in his previous start, extended that run to 12 innings before Saul Stewart hit a solo homer in the 6th. The 32-year-old left-hander allowed 4 hits and 3 walks while striking out 10 for his 5th career double-digit strikeout game. Lauder walked the first 2 batters of the 4th before leaving with a 1-0 count to Michael Busch. Reliever Connor Phillips allowed both inherited runners to score as the Cubs pushed 7 runs across for their highest scoring inning of the season. Conforto in the lineup to give Seiya Suzuki a day off in right field hit his 2nd home run of the season off Lauder in the bottom of the 2nd. He also slammed into the wall to make an inning-ending catch in the 5th with 2 runners on base. Ian Happ walked in the bottom of the 4th to extend his on-base streak to 28 games, the 2nd longest active streak in the MLB. Earlier Thursday, the Cubs called up reliever Gavin Hollowell from AAA Iowa and designated Corbin Martin for assignment. Hollowell allowed a solo home run to Blake Dunn in the 8th and an RBI double to J.J. Bleday in the 9th before Daniel Palencia entered to get the final out for his 2nd save. Reds lefty Nick Lodolo will make his season debut against the visiting Houston Astros on Friday. Chicago has not named a starter for Friday's game at Texas. Jordan Walker doubled and scored the tie-breaking run on Mason Wynn's triple in the 7th inning of the St. Louis Cardinals' 2-1 victory over the San Diego Padres on Thursday night. Alec Burleson homered in the opener of a 7-game California trip for the Cardinals, who have won 8 of 10. Matthew Liberatore yielded 3 hits and 3 walks over 6 innings with 6 strikeouts for St. Louis. His bullpen gave up 1 hit while facing the minimum 9 batters, with Riley O'Brien pitching the 9th for his 11th save in 13 opportunities. After starter Michael King pitched 6 innings of 1-hit ball for San Diego, Walker led off the 7th against rookie Bradley Rodriguez with a double off the wall. Walker scored when Nick Castellanos tried and failed to make a diving catch on Wynn's tailing fly to right field. Xander Bogaerts drove in a run in the 1st inning for the Padres, who opened a 4-game series with their 6th loss in their last 8 home games. San Diego has dropped 6 of 9 overall. King issued 2 walks and struck out 6, but Burleson pulled a changeup out to right in the 4th. Manny Machado drew a 2-out walk and eventually scored on Bogart's check swing single in the first. Padres catcher Rodolfo Duran made his major league debut after spending parts of 12 seasons in the minors, going 0-for-3. The 28-year-old Duran ripped a 380-foot drive in the sixth with a 107.9 mile-per-hour exit velocity, but Victor Scott II caught it deep in center field. Duran then threw out Scott in the eighth when he tried to steal second. Griffin Canning makes his second start for the Padres after a solid 5-inning debut. The Cards counter with Michael McGreevy, who grew up an hour north of Petco Park in San Clemente, California. The Illinois State baseball program heads to Chicago for its final Missouri Valley Conference Series with UIC at Les Miller Field at Curtis Granderson Stadium. The 3-game series set will begin on Friday with the first pitch slated for 6:02 p.m. and will be nationally televised on ESPNU. In the Redbirds' last appearance on national television, Illinois State secured a 14-4 victory in 8 innings over Evansville on April 13, 2025. The Redbirds enter the week with a midweek defeat to Northwestern on Tuesday afternoon in Evanston. That snapped an 8-game win streak, the second longest of the campaign. Despite the midweek loss, Illinois State has captured back-to-back sweeps in MVC play over Bradley and Valparaiso. Braden Bakes and Michael Carano Jr. earned MVC weekly honors for their contributions in the Redbirds' sweep over Valparaiso. Bakes received his league-best 4th MVC Player of the Week selection with a combined 6-for-11 performance with 6 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and a pair of extra base hits, including a home run. Carano Jr. received his first career weekly award selection after earning MVC Newcomer of the Week honors for his performance in the series with the Beacons. The Burbank, Illinois native recorded a career best effort with 4 hits and 4 RBIs in the Redbirds' 14-2 victory on Saturday. On Sunday, Carano Jr. followed his Saturday performance with 3 hits and a pair of RBIs. The Flames enter the weekend after dropping their midweek contest on Wednesday afternoon to Milwaukee 12-6. Despite Wednesday's defeat, UIC claimed a series victory over Evansville with a pair of victories over the Purple Aces last weekend. Sean McDermott leads the Flames in his 5th season at the helm of the program and has been a member of the coaching staff for 27 seasons. Junior first baseman Ashton Kampa headlines the Flames offense with a .348 batting average and a .710 slugging percentage. The Fighting Illini wrap up their home schedule with a 3-game series against in-state conference rival Northwestern. Friday's first pitch is set for 6 p.m. Central. Saturday's game is at 5:30 p.m. Central, and Sunday's series finale is slated for 1 p.m. Central. The Fighting Illini opened their final homestand of the season with a 10-2 win over Bradley on Wednesday night at Illinois Field. Northwestern arrives in Champaign with a 20-25-1 record, including a 17-7 mark in Big Ten play. The Wildcats enter the weekend on a 3-game winning streak, taking the final 2 games of its series against Indiana before defeating Illinois State on Tuesday. At the plate, Northwestern is led by 2 qualified hitters with a .300 average or better. Outfielder Jack Lausch leads the way with a .313 batting average to go alongside team highs in home runs with 13 and RBIs with 38. Infielder Noah Ruiz is hitting .305 with 7 homers and 38 RBIs. The Wildcats feature 3 players with double-digit home runs: Lausch, Ryan Kerchak, the infielder, with 10, and infielder Owen McElpatrick. The Northwestern pitching staff has a combined 7.06 ERA on the year. Projected Friday starter lefty Ryan Weaver is 1-6 on the season with a 6.97 ERA and a 1.55 WHIP. While he leads the team with 62 innings pitched and 49 strikeouts, The Wildcats expect Saturday's starter will be right-hander Matt Kauser, who is 2-5 with a 5.04 ERA and a 1.66 WHIP. Sunday's starter is still to be determined. Illinois and Northwestern have played over 270 times in the all-time series, which dates back to the 19th century. Illinois holds a 183-94 advantage over the Wildcats, though Northwestern won last season's series. The Illini have swept the Wildcats in each of their last two series at Illinois Field. In MLB scores from yesterday, the New York Yankees beat the Texas Rangers 9-2, while the Washington Nationals took down the Minnesota Twins 7-5. The Cleveland Guardians beat the Kansas City Royals 8-5, while the Colorado Rockies took down the New York Mets 6-2. The Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-2, while the Athletics routed the Philadelphia Phillies 12-1. The Miami Marlins beat the Baltimore Orioles 4-3, and the Tampa Bay Rays took down the Boston Red Sox 8-4. In NBA playoff scores from yesterday, the top-seeded Detroit Pistons beat the fourth-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers 107-97, while the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder took down the fourth-seeded LA Lakers 125-107. The NHL playoffs last night, the Carolina Hurricanes beat the Philadelphia Flyers 4-1. Get highlights of your local high school program by finding IL SportsWire on your preferred social media platforms, and get local sports anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
It's the quiet moments you count on. A call that connects instantly, a show that never buffers, a home that just works. That's the difference with Connexus Fiber Internet. We built a buried fiber network designed for consistency, earning us the title of top-rated fiber internet provider in Illinois. With plans starting as low as $25 a month and 3-year price lock options, it's reliability you can feel without the unpredictability. Because with Connexus, connection means everything. Experience better at Connexus.com. Nothing connects us like Connexus.
Whether your door leads to the farm, field, or shop, you can follow breaking ag news, markets, and weather updates 24 hours a day. It's now easier than ever. Enjoy our trusted news and information. Listen to the RFD Radio Network, the Taking Stock podcast, and check out county events, auctions, and more. And sign up for the daily update to receive top headlines delivered to your inbox 5 days a week. Go to farmweeknow.com. All ag, all Illinois, all you need.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The latest on the hantavirus cruise ship saga, Spanish public health authorities preparing for the vessel's arrival in the Canary Islands. The U.S. is sending a plane to transport a group of American passengers to isolation back home. As oil prices edge higher, pump prices have dropped a little, down a penny from yesterday. AAA's national average per gallon of regular, $4.54 as of this morning. California's average is $6.16. That's holding steady from yesterday. President Trump says negotiations with Iran continue, but the process is not without confrontation at sea. The president says attacking Iranian forces were, in his words, completely destroyed yesterday. On Wall Street this morning, the Dow futures 168 points higher. The Nasdaq futures are up just over 200 points. The S&P futures better by 37. This is SRN News.
Maybe this is you too. There's enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It is amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven you can save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Over 1 million Americans are now part of healthcare sharing, and MediShare is the gold standard. It's trusted. It works. It's been helping people save money and have peace of mind now for 30 plus years. It's not some big impersonal thing either. It's a community of people like you helping each other. So yeah, if you're frustrated too, here's your chance to make a refreshing change. You'll notice the difference as soon as you call. They're easy to talk to. You can get a price within 2 minutes.